How's it going, guys? My name's Wilson. Just 2 weeks into the 2019-2020 NBA season, perhaps the biggest surprise, the Phoenix Suns being 5-2 overall, 3 full games over 500. Nobody could have expected that. With 2 of their losses by a single point, they are definitely the most surprising team so far. With a lot of players exceeding expectations, let's take a look at 7 players who are shocking the world right now.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander of the Oklahoma City Thunder, who's already proving himself as a worthy franchise player. Playing absolutely sensational, the 21-year-old sophomore is growing in front of our eyes, averaging 21.8 points, over 7 rebounds, over 3 assists. His first 6 games starting at the 2, he's looked by far the best player on OKC, on a team many view as a rebuilding franchise, scoring 26 in the season opener, followed up by 28 against Washington. He brings plenty of enthusiasm for the fan base. Whether the team will continue to lose many games or not, the 21-year-old will slowly make the fans forget about the pain of losing 4 superstars over this decade. Coming into the league, he wasn't known for his offense, but for his defense. With great length, a 6'11 wingspan, his offensive production has developed faster than expected. From averaging 10.8 points in 26.5 minutes as a rookie with the Clippers, he was the starting rookie point guard in the first round of the playoffs in the West. After this season, it will absolutely be a debate whether Gilgeous-Alexander will be a better NBA player than Russell Westbrook come October 2020. Since Russ is getting old, has been struggling, it appears the Thunder might have struck gold early and will be contending before we know it. Dwight Howard of the Los Angeles Lakers. I can't believe I'm saying this right now, but Howard appears to have resurrected himself and providing big time minutes and production off the bench for the Lakers. After bouncing around from teams to team that don't want him, maybe Dwight finally grew up for once, realizing he's got one last chance to save his career before ending up being one of the biggest disappointments in NBA history. He's second in the league in block shots right now, continues to get rebounds, very impactful at the rim. I thought Dwight wouldn't have the motor in him. It's still early, so once the Lakers struggle, anything can happen. His first 6 games shooting over 79% from the field. He's on pace to break Will Chamberlain's 72% field goal shooting, the highest in the single season. Kudos to Dwight for finally seeming like he's getting his act back together. Honestly, I criticized Howard heavily in the past, but if he keeps up his success and not be a locker room problem and lasts throughout the season, good for him for maturing and realizing what's important, but we'll see down the line. Aron Baynes, who's on an absolute tear, averaging a career best 15 points, 5.9 rebounds in over 24 minutes of action as the starting center since DeAndre Ayton's still suspended. One of the most underrated signings in the offseason. His presence, big body, and physicality completely changed the Suns team. A veteran winner who's been in big games, his improvement has been incredible. With a soon-to-be 33-year-old, never averaged more than 6.6 points in any season. Without him, the Suns' early success wouldn't be possible. Handing Philly its first loss of the season, Baynes did everything, even dished out 6 assists, 1 3 of 5 from downtown, having his team play inspired basketball for the first time in years for the Suns franchise. He scored in double figures since being inserted into the lineup. His big body and activity also frustrated his opponents, allowing his teammates to flourish. A guy every team would love to have, proving to be one of the most underrated guys in the league and playing very well at this moment. Kendrick Nunn of the Miami Heat. Several NBA teams are certainly kicking themselves for not taking a chance on the 2018 undrafted prospect out of Oakland, who also played 3 years at the University of Illinois. The 6'2 guard signed with Golden State's G League team last season was cut by the Warriors. Then Miami signed him, averaging 19.5 points, 1.7 steals his first 6 games, currently the leading scorer for the Heat. The Chicago native was also actually high school teammates with one of the best recruits 6 years ago in Jabari Parker, also won several high school state titles, and arguably the best rookie right now playing at this moment. Miami went from salary cap travesty to having one of the NBA's brightest futures, and Jimmy Butler's now looking like a genius on deciding to join the Heat. Since LeBron left South Beach, the story has been the same, and as free agency was going on, Nunn's chances to secure a roster spot wasn't guaranteed. Had to cut Rodney McGruder, who was a rotation player last season. Nunn certainly got the respect from the Heat, balled out in Summer League, and have scored more points in 5 of his first NBA games than all but 2 players in Kevin Durant and Jerry Stackhouse, who debuted in the last 25 years, shooting 44% from 3, a high flyer, very patient when attacking the basket, a master at the pump fakes, and has a beautiful floater. A lot of his skills most point guards in the league don't have. He's very hard to stop. It'll be very unlikely that he keeps playing this well, but is now a household name in Miami and recognized as a very good NBA player. Brandon Ingram. With the injury to Zion Williamson, Ingram's been by far the best player on the Pelicans, scoring at least 22 in 6 of his first 7 games. The former number 2 pick is finally emerging the player many anticipate him to be, and looking like a star. Despite his team struggling at 1-5, Ingram was unstoppable against Brooklyn, netting in 40 on 17 of 24 shooting. After a head injury that limited him the game before, his scoring comes in multiple forms of packages, whether it's a tough fadeaway, having the Euro step, going all the way to the rim, knocking down floaters, and playing above the rim. He significantly improved, having a fresh start in New Orleans. Some even called him a bust a season ago, but Ingram's having a D'Angelo Russell type breakout year. When D'Lo was a star for Brooklyn last season, Ingram's averages of 25.9 points, over 7 rebounds, over 4 assists on 55% shooting, nearly 49% from deep is looking very impressive. If he keeps this up, his contract can be very lucrative this summer. And not only that, there's still plenty of time to determine whether Ingram can end up being the best player in the 2016 draft class. Ben Simmons is not a lock for sure. Ingram's hard work will continue to put him in that conversation. Eric Paschall of the Golden State Warriors. The 41st overall pick has been absolutely spectacular. With the injuries to the Warrior stars, the 23-year-old forward has been stepping up, put up 34 points, 13 rebounds. In a win over Portland, was everywhere on the floor and would not be stopped, having his best performance of his young career on his 23rd birthday. It doesn't get better than that. Became the first Warrior rookie with 30 points, 10 rebounds in the game since Steph Curry, playing like an experienced vet and carrying himself as one of the young leaders. At 6'7", 255, he might be an undersized 4, but his toughness and power allows him to get to the paint, draw fouls, having 3 20-plus point games his first 7 games. He's looking like a second-round steal. Was excellent at Villanova under Jay Wright, transferred there after a year at Fordham. His game has a lot of Draymond similarities, how he impacts both sides of the floor, dropping 17 in the first quarter and being able to knock down threes. The 2-time NCAA champion proves why he's a winner and will continue to make winning plays. Perhaps the biggest second-round steal of the 2019 draft, already a fan favorite. Luka Dončić of the Dallas Mavericks, who has emerged as a superstar in this league. Yes, I said it. Many now say Luka has a chance to possibly break Derrick Rose's age at becoming the youngest MVP ever. Put up 31, 13, and 15 over the last 2 games against the Lakers and Cavs. Became the youngest player in league history to drop back-to-back triple-doubles since Oscar Robertson in 65, with back-to-back games with at least 25 points, 10 rebounds, 15 assists. We know how impressive Luka was as a rookie last season, but now averaging absurd numbers of 26.7 points, over 10 rebounds, 9.5 assists is unprecedented for anybody, especially for a 20-year-old. His talents, IQ, awareness of the game, and skill set is just out of this planet. Luka, in my opinion, will be the best player in the world 5 to 6 years from now. Yes, you heard that right. Dončić is the real deal. By the end of this season, it will be a legit argument whether Dončić is a top 10 player. Honorable mentions includes Andre Drummond, who's already put up 4 2020 games. Averaging over 21 and 18 is insane, but we expect him to dominate without Blake Griffin, who's still recovering from injury. Malcolm Brogdon of the Indiana Pacers has turned his game to another level. So far, the best player on his team, and Pascal Siakam's looking like one of the best players in the East after Kawhi's departure, continues to show major improvement every year.
What other players that I haven't mentioned that are shocking you right now? Let me know in the comments below. I talk NBA comparisons, amazing storylines, NBA history, and anything basketball that will interest you. If you love the NBA, subscribe for more content, more great stuff coming soon. I love all of you. See you next time.